Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Wild Bastards, where we are done horsing around, or maybe actually are just about to start doing that, if it's a good thing, which it might be. Let's go rescue some friends. Sorry, not friends. Everybody hates each other. Let's go rescue some people who are supposed to be on our spaceship. There's a lot of shouting in such a small space, you know? Okay, some beans to start with. Toxic rounds are great. Laser deflector is probably good. I do not remember the enemy damage types off the top of my head. Like, I feel like most things do proton damage, right? I guess we have all of that enemy intel. We can actually check that. How do I access that? Here we go, enemy data. Okay, so y'all do proton. Yeah, there's a loading screen tip that's like most things do proton damage. The hunter types do laser. Obviously, explosive guys explode you. Okay, I guess it's not really most things. It's interesting that the explosive. Oh, well, I guess the explosive get right. It's explosive rounds, so of course. So laser fire from the princes. And then critters are all doing whatever kind they want, pretty much. So it's like laser from the long range enemies and the security systems, proton from most of the basic enemies, and then explodey guys do fire. And there's, poison and garbage mixed in. So basically no damage type is common enough for it to be meaningful to have resistance to any damage type. I mean, I guess that's maybe not locally true. Not every enemy appears in every sector. All right. Yeah, I mean, y'all know I love cards. It feels like we go get cards. There's a wild bean crop, but we have some beans already. We're fine. We're fine without it. Let's go get some cards on our way to Gardenia 6. Okay, coyote allies on each thing. Relatively handleable group of enemies. Lots of security, but, we'll deal. This seems like we can handle it. So, let me, how do I... Here we go, right click. So you have an accurate long gun, 55 damage, pretty low spread. Raise a forward facing projectile deflection shield with juice. Okay, I mean, that's cool. It's got a fair amount of armor and stuff. Trying to get the sense of who's getting what upgrades, right? Like, it's interesting that you can put the poison rounds on Smokey. I guess the thing holding him back from getting the upgrade in the last system wasn't that they were characterized as bullets and he doesn't use them. It was a more specific balance concern. I mean, this thing has the lowest damage, so I feel like really pushing its damage up is probably wise. And then, like, who gets themselves into trouble a lot? Smokey probably benefits from a little bit more armor. He has a lot of health. And he gets a lot of healing for free. Probably Billy. Billy needs some armor. And I guess defense against more like long-range enemies does make some sense there. And then who knows? Who knows what? Aside from that. Yeah, I guess we'll just hold off on the other one. All right, so let's definitely new guy. For sure, new guy. If we're up against porcupines, it makes me want to bring Billy. Or sorry, not Billy, Spike. I'm thinking Billy might be the one who stays home. No, we probably ought to bring Billy, because I probably ought to have one of these two available for the next, you know, maxed out for the next world. Let's try this. And then we'll have Smokey lead for the next planet. Okay. New guy scatters. First time we try to use him. Every single goddamn time. I think it is a mechanic. At this point, I do believe it is a mechanic. It seems unlikely that it would happen so often if it wasn't, right? Also, it feels a little bit to me like it should be trying to put pals together.
It's me.
Maybe it was right, though. Like, do I think Billy by himself is a good call? Well, I guess it's easy enough to run over here and pick up our friend. So, yeah, I guess go do that. Let's, may as well. Bounty hunted. And then just keep running this way.
I had it under control. Oi, oi!
Definitely worth turning off the electricity here, because that seems like it's going to be a little bit extreme. Just 6 porcupines is still a little bit scary, but Spike is pretty good at dealing with them. And I'm guessing these coyotes are going to get themselves killed really, really quickly. But, you know, that's fine. Whatever.
Let's clean him out and get back upside.
Cool.
A new show.
That'll give people lots of things to pay attention to that aren't me, so that I can just run around the side here and do a really bad job of hitting things, because the knives are very heavy, despite being literally made of lasers. Okay, I think we've probably... Never mind. I was going to say we've probably cleared out all the enemies that are going to be up here. I wasn't really expecting the porcupines to, like, come up here and challenge us. I absolutely walked into a projectile that was already in the air there. That's a silly way to take damage. Alright, somewhere there is one more. I would love to just... oh, wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not all the way over there. Okay, I do think it's below me. I think it's down here somewhere. I was just saying, I would love to attack it from above because the knives are very heavy. Did I seriously do all but one of its HP? Stop turning, you coward. Guess what? Deal with that. That did not go quite as smoothly as I was hoping. It's fine. We're fine. We didn't even need that armor. We have a little bit of money. I suppose we could potentially pick up some meaningful stuff here. Yeah, I mean, the extra allies are very valuable. So McNeil's coming in right there. Pretty important that we just clear out right now. I would like to go get the tonic, but it doesn't really... Maybe we just skip it. Right, because I have exactly enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not exactly, but close to exactly enough movement to grab everything here and just hit the stairway. Although I suppose if we push this bunch through to here and we clear out this roadblock, then we'll be able to use the teleporter Teleporter's 2 moves away, so I mean, but yeah, then we're like we're balancing the tonic against the charged ace. I mean, once again, we can just fight McNeil, right? McNeil's arrival is not necessarily that big of a deal. Question is whether we want to. Because it does seem like we don't have to. An implant breastplate. Ow. That, okay. Kind of seems like it sucks. I might go train companion on Spike. Spike benefits a lot from having the enemies not look at him, so he can get close enough to actually throw stuff. I think we're going to grab this as well. I do not like the idea of a bushwhacker deploying mines. That's going to be really annoying. Alright, let's drop some grizzlies here. And I guess, I mean, let's hit the roadblock now while the grizzlies are here. Power's off. Grizzlies are present. Yeah, this should be massively, massively in our favor. So much so that it's not really going to be a good example of Sarge's abilities. Alright, great all-around weapon with a large magazine, accurate fire, and good damage. Sounds lovely.
I'll be back. I'll take the reins.
Oh. Now that's interesting.
Give that son of a bitch a haircut.
Go get him, friends. How are you still alive? Alright.
I ain't digging no holes.
I'm not sure exactly what happened to my backside there. It seemed like we exploded, like a bunch, maybe? Very strange stuff. Alright, if we run away from McNeil, just run up here. McNeil will chase, Francisco will come down. But like, the most important thing for me is getting the ace, even though it's just a charged ace. The fact that the ace is 4 moves away from the teleporter definitely makes things really awkward. Because we get to end our turn on the tonic. And they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess that just about works. And McNeil shouldn't be able to reach any of us. And it's like we have the option of jumping him if we feel like jumping him. Okay, so yeah, the question: do we fight McNeil and 4 vengeful porcupines
Hello again.
for infamy with Spike and Kaboom? I don't necessarily think either of them is going to take McNeil himself down very quickly. Like, we could sustain a lot of damage going for this. But I guess the real question is, how likely do I think I am to lose somebody? And between the coyotes and the extra gun hand and stuff, I think we can handle it. Let's go fight him on purpose. He's worth something, right? Alright. Yeah, I probably want the juice with Spike. Put that down out here. another one. I was so bad at hitting him. Okay, easy.
A new chum.
Damn it, stop moving. It's almost like they don't want to get assassinated with laser knives, if you could believe such a thing. My gun barrels do not seem to be getting a lot done in the dark, sadly. Okay, that's a little something. Made him stop for a second at least.
On your right.
Really bad at predicting when they're going to stop. Also, even if I were to predict accurately where they're going to stop, the knives walk a fair amount horizontally from where I throw them anyway, so.
Just about done.
Alright, last one's just hiding over here. And also, I suppose there's the small problem that I also don't throw them far enough.
So soon?
I did land quite a few shots, like, directly between their feet. Okay. And then, like, how much hubris? What do you reckon? Should we farm more infamy? No, probably not. I probably shouldn't have done the first one. I'm gonna learn a lesson. I'm gonna show restraint for the first time ever in the history of the channel. So congratulations to all of you on being here to witness that. Okay.
Scattering's rough, but it helps us figure out who can be trusted. Now I know you can be.
That's a weird way to emphasize the words and syllables in that message. Pardoner. Alright, what do we got? 3 armor. Pretty good. Yeah, I feel like Sarge is pretty useful. I don't know that the information thing from his gun is all that meaningful, but it's cool looking. Well, let's no knight is probably good for us on the whole. Assassins is interesting. So you want tough people.
Not yet, not.
I mean, Billy's pretty tough, right? He's got like 300 health. Yeah, this will be sufficient for this one. I guess Billy's real tough when he's got his charged ace up. He's still all right without it. But they are really laying it on thick with the tonic, which does have me like a little worried. Also, crazy number of aces here. So Francisco arrives in 3. If I break this roadblock, does it should open up both of those teleporters, right? That would give us a much easier path forward to these like really distant pieces of loot. So I think I'm going to do this even though we are not playing right with the pairs here, just again because I have so much faith in Smokey as a character.
Let us begin.
I'm going to have these two go after what is actually going to turn out to be a pretty annoying setup. Yeah, let's have Smokey hit the mind control there. See if we can't make this a little bit easier for them. Do we know? We don't know how many of... Okay, that's fine. Figure it out live. Use Fortify to protect from attacks coming from the front. Yeah, that's real good thinking there, friend. Alright, I do not see any juice right off the top. Never mind, there's some up there.
Coyotes. I was hoping.
Jimmy, are you alive? Yes, sir. Where'd you go? The X-Men coming.
Yeah, this is definitely just like a generically really, really good weapon. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite have a refire speed fast enough to prevent those guys from getting a shot in between my shots.
I'd shut that back door unless you want to kill more of these geezers.
Oh, you're right. The back door, I kind of forgot. Shoot, I do not believe that I have any idea where it is. Also, you know, it didn't say anything about this, although I guess I could have perhaps guessed based on the fact that he is a horse. But he really does move. He really does move quite quickly. Oh. Thanks, Billy. Spike. That's, I mean, same thing, right? Okay. Feel a little silly for letting that get as out of hand as it got.
These boys done fucked up.
You tell him, Sarge. Okay, yeah, overall I think he seems phenomenally good. Like, really, really extraordinarily good. Okay, so how exactly do I want to handle this? We split up like this, and then it's like 10 trained gun hands. Like, the tonic's a little awkward to get to. The buffalo herd would be helpful in theory. Smokey needs to be ready to jump us out. I'm just trying to figure out like how we split up the loot.
Hello again.
Yeah, I guess this crew just runs this way. And Smokey goes after these dudes. It's already threat level 1, but you know, let's also turn off the power. Unfortunately, I don't know that we're saving a huge amount of time with this because of the way that the loot is split up. Now that those ones are down, let's light up 3 more.
Sons of bitches.
Coyotes will just run right into a fire. You know, I know they're supposed to be less intelligent, but like, I feel like most creatures have the wherewithal not to run directly into a fire. I remember Bambi. And since the films of the Walt Disney Corporation are, of course, fully unerring in their commitment to truth,
Kill them all.
if you can't, I feel like if you can't trust Thumper, who can you trust, right? Hell, what would even be the point of having trust anymore? All right, I guess, yeah, we'll just send you up to grab that. And maybe these ones are just grabbing the charged ace and then heading back. There's no particular reason that we need to fight this roadblock, I suppose. And while they're heading back to the teleporter and doing this stuff, we can just have Smokey grab all of the loot around here. That seems as reasonable as anything else, I think. Alright, security power's back. It's fine. The atomic blaster, yep. Radioactive dynamite. Why would you even invent such a thing? Who would do that? Okay, and if we're just heading back up there with this crew while Smokey handles everything else, I suppose there's no reason to handle it, or there's no reason to walk. So we have 2 turns until Francisco arrives. Like, we can afford to move around a little bit slowly here. We are not in any big hurry. We could beacon out if we have to, but I don't expect we're going to have to. Although that's a little annoying. This dude's just crouching on the tonic. It's so many coyotes. 2 assassins, 8 coyotes, and 5 jackboxes versus 10 trained gun hands. I think I'm gonna put the grizzlies here. I'm not sure that was right. It's entirely possible that Smokey could have just handled this. I think more than a little bit. It's going to come down to luck here, though. Alright, I think we got the coyotes mostly under control. Oh, well, I scared the entire hell out of me. Where is some juice? I could really use some. Alright. I was gonna say that'll make life real difficult for these assassins, but apparently sometimes it's just making life difficult for the security system. Started a fire on a box. Okay, so that, I mean, that was pretty solid confirmation that the security devices are always, always viable targets for Smokey's thing, even when they're not yet active, which really sucks. Also, those guys are very accurate. That might have been an act of cowardice. You could convince me that hiding in that place while waiting for the bears to figure things out was not the bravest thing I've ever done.
What now?
Alright. We can handle this. We can handle this. I just gotta remember with Sarge not to try to just get both shots. I think we are gonna start off with Sarge, though. Both because of that thing and also because of all the armor.
I'm out of here! Gotta move!
The cowardice. Yeah, the health information on the readout is actually really nice to have. It turns out accuracy is somewhat overrated when your bullet's poison. Precision, I guess I should say. Center mass is like, it's fine. Why would you ever aim anywhere else? Yeah, it's still not a perfectly accurate weapon, but it has a lot going for it. And at the very least, it usually does, if I aim at like the middly parts of them, it usually does hit some part of them. I am definitely still having trouble getting headshots at this distance. I just want to put some poison on him so bad. one of them took cover over here, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm managing to hit everything except for them now after singing all the praises of this gun. Let's engage in some flanking behaviors.
Always knew something was wrong with you, Elroy.
Yeah, the health readout with the poison ammo is actually like incredibly useful.
Come on now, you filthy Zeno.
So much easier to know when you can just crouch and let a guy expire, or when you need to push because the poison's not going to do him in fast enough to matter.
Are you blind? I'm on your side.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Okay, from the description, it kind of sounded like it was setting up like a static barrier. The fact that it's just attached to your front and moves around with you is actually, that's incredibly powerful. See, in the train.
I'm out of here.
All right, well, we're all fired.
These boys done fucked up.
But there are different degrees of fired. Just some really, really embarrassing moves there from everybody. Okay, they're moving toward us, so we're not evading this pack. We're gonna have to fight them no matter what. All right, that's fine. These guys are rated as a lower threat level, but I don't know that I think that's fair necessarily.
You all right, mate?
Muster up.
Interesting that I didn't pick up that juice with Spike. Those cyberpunk outfits, not actually as cool as they want them to be, I think. You know what? What am I doing? Why would I take cover when I can bring cover? That's all three of the assassins, which is good news. Really, there we go.
Nice.
All right, so we got one of them back there. I definitely do not trust my weapon to hit him at this range.
See where they're hiding?
And the other one is over here somewhere.
You're right.
Huh. I thought I remembered that there were only three of those guys. Apparently not.
I'm on the move.
It's not going to do it, but it'll at least scare him. All right, now he's down.
Boys done fucked up.
Yeah, I guess the downside of Sarge and his generally applicable weapon is that it does kind of make me not want to play as whoever he's grouped with. Because it's like, what if my gun could just solve whatever the problem is? Alright, we're gonna maybe come up to it here. What is... Do I think Spike's juice effect is better? No, I guess when they really when they really charge us. Oh, I did it. Picked it up with Spike after saying that. When they really charge at us, the shield is probably actually useful. Oh, it doesn't work on sonic projectiles. Okay. That's fun information.
Oh dear.
I do feel like I just successfully jumped over that, and that's kind of cool, I guess. It probably looked real weird if you imagine the horseman leaping from sort of like a sideways kind of angle.
These boys
Okay.
done fucked up.
All the armor pickups in the world don't matter if they're attacks. Ignore your armor in the first place. And then with that, we can just bounce, right? One thing I think is probably one thing I think that we're not getting the full effect of here is that it's probably the case that Sarge is really good when you have relatively few people. Like all of the generally versatile outlaws are going to be a little bit better when you have a more limited squad. Really? Already?
I don't need you counting kills and making a show of things when we're working downside. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Okay, this feels like it is, in fact, 100% my fault.
You should be, son, but you ain't. And that don't say nothing good about you.
You tell him, horseman. Yeah, I did that. Alright, Smokey needed to be more powerful. Enemy flees on a kill. That's probably the way to go. Yeah, the rate of fire is already plenty high. Let's take Panic Plus. New core ace for Billy. Okay. That's adorable. Princes just don't take him seriously. I could kind of get where they're coming from on that. And tough is even tougher. Alright, do we want to do this Badlands thing? Fierce radiation makes this a tiresome place to travel through. We have a little branch here. We could just skip it. I say let's just skip it. And this is looking to me like probably Kaboom has a relatively easy time with the bears, right? Yeah, 100% fire resist, like this is looking like Kaboom time.
Yep. All right. Locked and loaded.
Okay, well, if we want to bring 4 outlaws, we got to resolve one of these feuds. I guess this one arbitrarily, more or less arbitrarily.
Attention.
Okay. Low gravity is interesting. Better for some of us than others. It does affect the throwing behavior, like the air physics of your projectiles, if I remember correctly, which can make things tricky potentially with like Kaboom. So we're headed out here. McNeil's going to arrive here in approximately 1 million years. Don't really think we need to worry about that one. Gosh. Threat 1, and I guess I get what they're saying, but that's a little scary. Am I happy with these teams? We should probably group them like that, right?
Let's go.
And then the question is, who wants to deal with the 2?
Hello again.
It's only 6 enemies. You know what? I think this is a good time for Kaboom, honestly. These guys don't really have anything special going on.
Got it.
So I am going to place some additional allies here.
What now?
Yeah, I think this should be pretty good.
Get on with it.
Just let our own crankers battle their crankers while Kaboom sneaks up on people from the side. Let's try to get these guys to actually like come in here, get into a fight. Go get him, cranker. Still don't necessarily think that's the best name for him. Oh, what a terrible throw. Okay, there we go. Ah. The amount of time it takes to throw the boomstick. It is interesting how you can start sprinting in the air. You have really a crazy amount of air control in this game. Pretty happy with that throw. Alright, we gotta remember not to get 100% of the kills with one member of the crew. It may be the case that even just like getting 100% of the kills in a single battle is bad. Like that might have been an error. You know what? I don't think this sounds as easy as the game thinks it does. So let's just give them a little push there.
Locked and loaded.
12 hunters could absolutely get ugly. These guys do not have much in the way of HP. That was actually a really good call out. I would not have checked for that. Yeah, a shot that lands anywhere puts them down from poison damage so very quickly.
Behind us! Oh, disgusting creatures!
With the clarity of that cry, yeah, I was gonna say that dude is not inside the town.
Why shoot him from the front? I always say. I can bear that.
All right, maybe we should give Billy a little bit of playtime to ensure that we're not setting up anger here between the two of them. Acrimony. Listen, I can miss plenty as long as I also hit. It does feel pretty cool to just like run a guy down, just walk straight at him from the front, slamming the triggers. That was weird. I feel like my guns disappeared before I was done shooting there, but whatever. Alright, so that gets us this and a mind control beam, which we might actually make use of. Maybe. In any case, I do think we want to go this way. So we probably don't need it for this fight here, right? 7 gun hands.
Oi, oi.
Yeah, we probably have this. I'm a little worried about the jackboxes. I think we're going to start as Kaboom here. And just make sure we are detonating suspicious looking... Okay. I feel like if that barrel was a jackbox, the contact would have blown up the boomstick. Ah, that's a guy right there. I guess that grenade... I thought the dynamite would have to have fallen in the corner right next to him, but I guess not. Okay, contact explosion even after a bank. That's the thing I was not 100% sure of, if it needed to hit them directly. Knowing that it doesn't is great news. Well, I can't really help you with that, unfortunately. I think there was another one in there.
Can anybody see him?
Ah. Oh, I think he backed up all the way into here. Yeah.
Can anybody see a dynamite? Oh, can't we talk this out?
I'm pretty sure he is like right here. There we go.
It was always gonna go our way.
Hard to miss the contact at that range. Okay, so we break through here, we get those two, and we're basically good to go. That's an annoying group of enemies, but like, there's no reason for us to attack the larger squad here. We can probably ignore... Yeah, we can totally ignore that guy.
You got it.
So I guess we're gonna...
Hello again.
I mean, we're not gonna reach any enemies this turn. So do I maybe just want to stay put? Deal with this... Because this is not the squad that's going to be exiting us from the map anyway. I think we do, in fact, just sit here on this. And then use it this turn.
It's me, Billy.
Subvert some of y'all. Run over here and get a mod. What kind of companion? Okay, trained gun hand. You know, it's working really well so far, and I think Billy is another character where it's like really nice if you can get somebody to just provide a distraction. Let him approach from the side. All right, let's see about this. I'm gonna try to find that back door a little bit more quickly. Thanks there, friends. Really stepping it up. Okay. I like this thing being out in the open like that. Oh, directly between his legs. No. I'm gonna draw an outline of this dude on the ground, on the moon. Like in a cartoon. It is truly awful. Oh, no, hit him. Okay. Yeah, all we gotta do is make sure they go down before they get time to spin the gun up. Alright. I know about the guys to the right, but they are much less urgent considerations.
No hard feelings, huh? I'm out of here.
Come on, stand up. You coward.
Jed, you okay? They played a villainy. We showed them villainy.
There we go. Classic lethal throwing knife to the arm. Seen that one in 100 cowboy movies. It's only one enemy not marked. The Irritable Grizzly. 600 health but 0 armor. Interesting. Honestly, not really that terrifying. And I think we just, yeah, I think we're good. Well, at the risk of, you know, putting myself beneath a slow and insidious killer, it feels like this is going really well. I feel like we're super on top of things. This part's not working out so good.
Something, son. That gun and my training. We can get you the rest of the way there.
I already got a mentor, old man. One what don't smell like some backworld barn.
See, I tried to split up the kills. I tried to make sure everybody was getting to play there, and it did not work out in my favor. So I think maybe that's not based on what you actually do at all. It was just a weird coincidence. Some chance for a crit when we hit just center mass, I think is actually really good on him, given the way his gun works. And obviously, like, being tougher is always going to be good, but he has enough base toughness, I think, to be effective. If I'm honest, I kind of forgot there was fall damage already. I feel like it just never comes up. Okay, and even more health. Great. So we probably ought to go around. If we're not going to the floating corpse, we should at least go get that ace. But you know what? I think actually this is a pretty good place to call it. Like I said, I think we're kind of tearing through this. Crew's working really well. Everybody's feeling pretty powerful, even if I am still definitely feeling some individual limitations. But yeah, we're about to add a bunch of faces to the crew, a bunch of familiar faces to the crew, and I think that's the sort of thing that y'all can come back for next time. And we'll see you then.